Welcome to episode 28 of the Mile 20 podcast, where epic shit happens. My name is Lorri, and I'm here with my bestie, Laura.
Hello, honey.
Hello, and we are back in the home base.
Yay. I was here by myself last week, so I'm very happy that you are back here with me.
I'm glad to be
lonely.
back here. Yeah, it was a sad reason to be away, so I'm glad to be back.
I know.
In the sweat box.
Yes. No, it's the Harry Potter closet under the stairs. I thought that's what we dubbed it.
Well, sure, you can call it that. I call it the sweat box.
It's the sweat box.
Yeah.
And we're both wearing long sleeve shirts, so that's great.
Yeah, well, I'm sporting the Mobile Marathon.
The color looks great on you.
Oh, well, thank you. I don't usually think of myself as a cool, color person.
Yeah, it's a
like autumn.
royal blue color.
Yeah.
Is that what you would call that?
I would say.
It looks fabulous on you.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Anyway, so we will be discussing the Mobile Marathon today. We will also be touching base on uteruses. Thunderstorms.
What's that about? Bad thunderstorms.
Yes. And our unique medals, or medallions, as they like to call them.
Yes.
Finisher medallions.
Finisher medallions.
We love all the feedback we're getting. Check us. We are all over social media. Instagram, Facebook.
Thanks to our Maggie.
Yes.
Maggie, our social media queen.
Yes. So please check us out, like, and subscribe. We love seeing all the love out there. So thank you for that. Beverage of the week. Oh, yeah. We'll just go there.
Yeah. Let's just go to the beverage of the week. I don't know. My daughter threw some. I had a work thing going on, so she just, as I was kind of like dealing with it, she just threw some. I have rosé bubbly in my glass.
Nice.
And she thought that she would give me a laugh, so it says fancy as fuck. So she ripped out my fancy as fuck glass. So I was very happy about that.
She was taking care of you.
She was taking care of me. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And what do you have?
I'm having a rosé as well.
Yes, we got really original tonight.
Yeah. I can't even tell you what kind. Maddie, again, helped me out, too, and opened up a bottle.
Yeah.
I've been partaking.
Yeah, all right. So here's a cheers to,
Cheers.
talking about Mobile.
Yeah. Oh,
wow.
So you want to give us your epic week update?
The one thing I will tell you that Jim and I did on Thursday night, went to the In Style party. I was trying to remember the name of it. The In Style, so INN, In Style party
fun.
at the Chesapeake Inn. And this was Thursday night, and it was a black and white party.
Fun.
So everyone was encouraged to wear either black or white or some derivation of it. And when I tell you, there was very, very small number of people that deviated from wearing the black or white. So
that's what you want to see.
It was great people watching, because I tell you what, there were some people that just came in, shorts and a t-shirt or a sundress. And then there was a woman with a little hat on her. What do you call the fascinators? She had a fascinator hat with like this white netting that came over her face. And I saw so many like boobies that just wanted to come out of dresses on Thursday night. Not mine, but so it was great. And then the band that we love to watch, Go Go Gadget, that you guys introduced us to.
Yes.
They were playing. The only downside is that the weather was kind of nasty on Thursday night. So while normally bands play outside on their patio overlooking the C&D Canal.
Yeah.
That was not the case last Thursday. A lot of thunder and lightning. And so we ended up having the concert inside. So it changed the vibe a little bit. It felt more like a wedding kind of vibe versus, like you're at a yacht club. But the food was absolutely fabulous.
Nice.
They had a roast pig, and I just ate a lot of protein, girl. I couldn't eat a whole lot else, but a lot of really great protein.
Did you enjoy Go Go Gadget?
I did. They played a lot of really great songs, and I actually, when Jim and I were waiting for our car to pick us up, or the what do you call it, the valet to get our car. The lead singer of Go Go Gadget.
Which one?
Actually, both of them. So the male and the female leads,
Yes.
and I don't know their names. But they came out and around us at different times, and I said to both of them, I was like, oh my gosh, you guys like do an absolutely fabulous job. We love following you. And both of them were like, oh, thank you so much. And they were very, very engaging.
Oh,
but
that's fantastic.
Yeah. So, but it was a lot of fun. And we got there maybe around 6:30 and maybe left around 9:30. So it wasn't too late.
No.
And, just got to the point where I looked at Jim and Jim looked at me. I was like, yeah, I'm good. And he's like, I'm good too. Cause we both had to work the next day.
Yeah.
And then they had a lot of really great beverage stations kind of all around. So it was, you buy into the tickets and it was all you can eat, all you can drink.
Oh, that's fun.
And Jim and I mean, we didn't go crazy or anything, because we were driving home, but took a little taste of things. I actually tried an Aperol Spritz. Maddie has been wanting me to have one of those, and I said, okay, I'm going to try it. And I actually liked it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've heard they're bitter, right?
It depending upon how people make it. I know the only other time I've tried one was in Italy, in Venice, and it tasted like I was drinking nail polish remover.
Oh.
So I've been
what
kind
did
of
this one taste like?
It was good. It had a little bit of a bitters, but it was sweeter.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what the recipe is for that. So but I was like, all right, I liked it. So that was our big thing that we did different this week.
I love Go-Go Gadget.
Yeah, they're
they're
great.
probably like the best local cover band that we have, and they have a pretty solid following, and they do events and things, and just every time we've seen them, which I think I've seen them 3 times now, they're just fantastic.
Yeah, we saw them for New Year's this past year at Xfinity Live in Philadelphia, and they were fantastic. They did two different sets, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I saw them previously in Harrisburg at a place, and then the big fundraiser, or the student-led philanthropy at Penn State is Thon, and they are pretty much the closer every year for Thon. And I mean, they rock that
I can't even imagine with like the kids like haven't been up for that many hours, and then amazing. Just them coming.
The whole Bryce
in.
Jordan Center is full from top to the bottom.
I love it.
It's incredible.
And they have such great energy, that band. So,
they do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So thank you for introducing us to them, because we are now enjoying them as well.
Yeah, I know. We got to pick another time to see where they're coming up, where we can both go.
I know.
And with Julie.
Yes. All right. So you were traveling a little bit. You were in Florida last week.
Yeah. So I got to spend 2 nights with my mom, which is where we recorded from last week. And then we had to hightail it to Kentucky, because this is Monday night now that we are recording. On Friday, they had my uncle's celebration of life, and that's what it was. It was not a funeral or anything like that. There was a slideshow, some people talked, and it was pretty much like a huge family reunion. So it was nice. I got to see cousins and things that I hadn't seen in a long time. And then on Saturday, my uncle has a lake house at this little lake called Rough River. It does say river, but it is a damned lake. And like all the cousins, and like it just was great. My uncle and aunt were there.
I love that.
And it was just, losing a family member is so bittersweet, right? Because it's more bittersweet when they're older in age, so it's not completely unexpected and they've had a long life.
Yeah.
But it's bitter because you've lost that person that you love so much, but it's so sweet because inevitably the entire family gets together, and you've not been together for years. Like, we were pretty good at staying on top of visiting up until COVID, and then kind of the kids got older, went off to college, and everything changed.
It happens.
Yeah. So it was just felt so good for us all to be together as a family again.
I know. So. I loved the pictures that you sent, and I know we were texting, and it's like, it's always a shame, because usually it's usually a wedding or a funeral that brings families together like that for a reunion. So, but it looked, and I loved it, because when I was looking at your photos, I'm like, I know that person. I've met that person. I've met that person. So there were a lot of your family members because of the race we did down in Louisville. Did I say that right? Louisville.
Yep.
That I had the opportunity to meet many of them. So I felt very privileged, because I'm like, I know almost everybody in that picture.
Yeah. And they're such special people. And
Absolutely.
We're just close.
I love it. I love it. And then you guys just drove back yesterday, right?
Yeah, we just got back yesterday evening. And then today I was really planning on like sucking my thumb and staying in bed. And Dave was like, so how productive were you today? I'm like, well, I was really going for an F, but I really ended up with like a B minus. So I don't even know how that happened because I really wanted that F in productivity today. It just didn't happen. But yeah, so that's it for me.
That's good. That's good. Well, I'm glad to have you back. And
I'm glad to be back.
I'm glad you got at least, some silver lining out of that and being able to see some family.
Yeah.
So,
it is.
All right. Are you ready to talk about Mobile, Alabama?
I am ready to talk about Mobile, Alabama.
Yeah. So when did we do this one?
January 12th of 2020. So
right before COVID.
Right before COVID. So I guess it's good to kind of set the premise, right? So in 2020, I still had kids at home. So we were still avoiding spring races. And this was kind of our first time dabbing into January and February ever in a race.
Yes, because most of our races were in the fall.
Yeah, but somehow it worked out where it was kind of okay. So we had scheduled Mobile at the beginning. I feel like we did New Orleans at the beginning of February.
And then we had Arizona as well.
Yes, the Lost Dutchman, like the third week in February. And of course, everything shut down March 13th. And then we had a big break because it was spring, and I had a dog. Maggie was graduating. We had, swim meets, dance competitions, horseback riding things. Anyway, so we didn't plan our next race until August.
Correct.
So we kind of lucked in, kind of stepped in shit and got lucky that
we got races. We got a lot of races in 2020 where a lot of other marathoners, they went completely dry.
Yeah.
For races in 2020.
I think we picked our races very interestingly, and it just kind of worked out for us that we were able to complete them.
It did. Yeah. So I can't wait to kind of tell everybody over the next couple of episodes that 2020 journey.
Yeah.
Right? Because
it starts with Mobile.
It starts with Mobile.
So January 12th, 2020, I think we were thinking that there wasn't a whole lot to see in Mobile. Sorry, Alabama. I'm apologizing. But like we said before, we couldn't make everything a big weekend.
Right.
So I think we flew out early on Saturday morning, raced Sunday, and flew home Monday.
Yes. And
when I was looking back at our tickets, I think our flight was originally scheduled to leave at like 8:30 a.m.
Yes.
But somehow we came in like hot, like sideways into the parking spot. Like it felt like right before packet pickup closed on Saturday night.
We entirely did.
Yeah.
We entirely did. In fact, I remember that you drove down the road and I got out of the car before you even had parked it.
I didn't. I just pulled over right in front of the
just got out.
pickup.
I'm like, I'll see if I can pick up your bib. And I mean, they were closing down tables and shit.
Yeah.
And that was the only time that you could pick up bibs. You couldn't pick them up the morning of the race.
No.
Yeah. So what happened? Why did we come in hot?
So we went from Philly to Charlotte to Mobile, theoretically. Everything was fine, Philly to Charlotte. Charlotte to Mobile started getting a little dicey. Mm-hmm. I don't remember if we were delayed.
We were delayed a little bit.
A little bit out of there.
But then they let us take off.
They let us take off, yes.
And then the shit really hit the fan.
Right. We get an announcement that we are making an emergency rerouting stop in Tallahassee.
And we're like, what?
And this is how well Lorri and I work together. We're no more on the ground. We touch down. We're looking at weather maps. We're Googling rental cars. I'm looking at maps to see how far the drive is between Tallahassee and Mobile.
Other flights that we could take.
Other flights. Like we were like instantly, the minute we hit the ground in Tallahassee, we were working logistics immediately, separately. We weren't even sitting next to each other, but we were working logistics. So when they made us deplane, it was a little puddle jump, like American Eagle flight. So it was a smaller flight. So they gave us our bags.
Yeah, they gave us our bags, so we said, "Oh, that's not a good sign."
Right.
And I mean the storm that was going through the very southwest portion of the country was a terrible storm. I mean, when you looked at the radar, it had like magenta in it, and we're like, oh shit, that's a bad storm, right? And we're not going to be flying in this like anytime soon, and we had to get to packet pickup. So then they were telling us, grab your bags and we'll go and coordinate the next couple of hours some buses for you to go and get to Mobile. And we're like,
no. And of course, all the research that we had done just sitting there, I'm like, rental car, Alamo, $80, one way. Let's do it.
X number of hours. Let's go.
Yeah.
We're going to drive right through that storm. Damn it.
Yeah, we're doing it. Let's go. So while we are coordinating this, we see two guys that kind of look like runners. And they, too, were looking blind panicky on their face. And we were like...
And they were kind of like listening in on our conversation, too, I think a little bit, you know?
Yeah. And so we were like, hey, are you guys running the Mobile Marathon? And they were like, yeah. And we were like, do you want to ride? I would never normally do this. We had
never met these people, like, ever.
Never. And they were like, that would be amazing. So the four of us spent 3.5 hours in the car as I was like driving 90 down I-10 trying to get us to Mobile before packet pickup closed.
Through a terrible storm.
Yes, but it did offer a fabulous sunset. If you remember.
It did.
With
it was
the
glorious.
Clouds, and it was like a golden hour. It was so pretty.
Now, rest assured, the two gentlemen that we picked up in our car, one of them was running the 50 states, but unlike the way that Lorri and I were doing the 50 states.
The opposite of the way we do it.
The opposite. He was trying to do a Boston qualifier at every single marathon that he did in every single state.
That's insane. I wish I would have remember his name so I
don't
could
remember
look to
his
see
name
if he
either.
did it.
And I could, if you put 3 pictures of people in front of me, I just couldn't even pick him out from a lineup.
I probably could now because I looked at our pictures, our selfie we took of him.
Oh, did we take a selfie? Oh,
I
shit.
took once. It was me. I took the selfie.
Wow, good
of
for
all
you.
Of us.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then the other gentleman, wasn't he a surgeon out of Chicago?
Perhaps.
I think I recall him being a doctor of some sort.
I think maybe more New York though.
Was it New York?
I think New York because he left keys in the car and we had been communicating a little bit back and forth because I had to send them to him, his apartment keys.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's right. And he was in New York. That's right.
I think he was in New York. Yeah.
That's right. That's absolutely right. So these guys were, thank goodness they were like totally legit runners.
I know, right?
And we came kind of screeching into the packet pickup. And I think we were probably the last people to go and pick up our packets.
Yeah, well, thank you for running in and getting them.
Yeah, no, not a problem. And then the other crazy thing is that when we had to drop off the car,
yes,
right, we had to drop it off at an airport in Mobile, and apparently there are multiple airports in Mobile.
Oh yeah.
And so my friend Lorri, she is infamous for kind of riding her vehicles down to kind of like
I like to push the limits.
When your car goes on like empty, it gives you it's almost empty. Gas light on, alert, go get gas, you motherfucker.
Well, no, the go get gas, your motherfucker, is what was going on in your head. And I'm like, we're fine. My palms got a little sweaty towards the end, but it was fine.
Girl. So we go to the first airport, and there are no lights on at this airport.
No, we get down this. It looked like a deserted road.
And I'm like,
this can't be right.
This cannot be right. And then as we're now doing the GPS to the next place, you were like, I think we're still good on gas. And when we got to the actual airport to drop the car off, I think you were...
No, we filled up before because I didn't return it with an empty tank.
You, at some point in time, you were like, we have 7 miles left. We're fine. And I was like... I never forget. I was sitting next to you, and I was like, I'm gonna kill you if we get stranded on like this freaking back ass road in the middle of Mobile, Alabama.
Laura doesn't get pissed at me very often, and if we do, I
didn't yell at you. I was just like, it was just like.
But I knew you were simmering over there.
I was so simmering. I was simmering like a hot soup, man, bubbling over. But everything worked out. Everything worked out fine. But that was very stressful, and I think it was just the culmination of the entire day, right? Like nothing seemed to go right. And I'm like, well, shit, if nothing's going right at this point in time, we're certainly going to run out of gas going to the airport.
For sure. Yes, absolutely.
But we didn't.
Everything was fine.
But then that night, because it was so late, we didn't have our beverages yet.
No, we had to run into a grocery store.
Do you remember that grocery store? It was freaking scary.
Yeah, it was. It was almost
not in a great neighborhood, and just it just.
But it got us what we. But you found a bottle of Prosecco.
I did.
And was it La Marca?
I don't remember, but I remember it was Prosecco.
Yep.
So.
You got a bottle.
I did. And
I guess I must have bought a local beer from Fair Hope Brewing. I think I was drinking Take the Causeway IPA. And the only reason why I remember this is because it's in a picture. And I did my my little research in the picture today.
Yes, so pictures matter. So if you're doing races, if you're on your 50-state journey, or just trying to document the fun that you're having, take time to take some pictures so that way you
journal.
Journal, commemorate your
journal.
Yeah.
We did not journal,
and we totally regret not doing that.
No, but this is our journaling. So thank you for joining us on our journaling expedition.
So we stopped at some kind of scary grocery store, and
Oh, and we still hadn't found the hot cold bags yet.
Right.
And we bought this janky styrofoam cooler that we filled with ice, and we must have dropped the night before. I'm guessing we dropped that night.
We did, because I remember by the time then we got the packets, we dropped off the rental car because we had to get another rental car.
Yeah,
because that was just a one way.
That was a one way. Yeah,
and then we picked up the rental car that we were supposed to get once we landed in Mobile. Then we went and got our beverages. Then we had to eat dinner.
Pizzeria Delfina.
It was good pizza.
It was really good pizza.
Yeah.
It came.
I had zero expectations of like pizza in like the deep south, and it was really, really good pizza.
That was one that I did research on.
Yeah.
So the Pizzeria Delfinia, if I'm saying that right, I actually did my research on that one, and when I had looked it up, there were multiple people that said that they were surprised how good the gluten-free pizza was there.
It was delicious.
Yeah.
It was delicious. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I do appreciate you being, an avid researcher, because I get to benefit from that.
Yes. Well, it's also a difference in lifestyle. Like, I was a stay-at-home mom. I'm staying at home. I have time during my day to do the extra research, whereas you are a working woman.
Yeah, it's okay. We're both working. We're just doing different things.
True, but I have more time during the day. I have a little bit more flexibility.
But I appreciate you diving deep into things, and
I appreciate you letting me do
You're very, very thorough. Yeah, because it's an interesting aspect of our relationship, because, for example, when Jim and I went to Portugal, I did a lot of research on the trip because I enjoy doing that, and Jim did as well, and we kind of melded the stuff together. When you and I have done a majority of our travel, I'm like, okay, Lori, where are we going? What are we doing? And every once in a while, I'll do a little bit of research. Like, we're going to France in like less than 35 days. I think it's 34 days.
Whoop, whoop.
Well, actually, no, it's less days when we go to France. That's how many days till the Medoc Marathon.
Yeah, we leave on the 22nd of August.
And so Lori has been kind of that hub for the group of women that we're going with. A lot of moms from the University of Delaware swim team, which is great, and I can't wait to go and get to know them, even more thoroughly. But it was funny because Lori just started kind of taking a poll, and it was kind of like, how is this going to meld itself? And everybody has a different perspective, and everybody's coming at this from different experiences, having been there or not been there.
Yeah.
And then you just kind of like took it and you did surveys, and I really feel like the itinerary that you have put together, I mean, you got everybody's feedback. It's just like magnificent.
It is, but it's balls to the wall, baby.
It is. And I do. And Lori did warn me. She's like, you better freaking sleep on the plane, because we are hitting the ground and we are going as soon as we hit the ground.
That was the consensus that the group gave me. Like, we only have 3 days in Paris,
right.
And they were like, we want to see as much as we can. Go. And I was like, all right, here we go.
So somebody asked me the other day, they're like, oh, well, what are you doing? What are you doing in Paris? I'm like,
everything.
I know I'm drinking champagne at the top of the Eiffel Tower, and I'm eating at a restaurant that overlooks the Eiffel Tower. I think I'm going on the water. I'm going to some town that's next to Paris, and the person's just looking at me on the video call like, dude, really? And I'm like, my friend planned it. I'm just along for the ride. So no, but I'm looking forward to that. So that's a lot of the times when you and I have traveled in our trips. I mean, every once in a while, like, you know, I'm like I can plan the hell out of something. It's just like, I know you enjoy it. And I'm like, that's cool. You know,
you're the queen of hotels.
You know what we need to make as an episode?
What?
Lori's 50th birthday party.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good weekend. So
was your 50th birthday. We could just
maybe we'll do a 50th birthday. Yeah, that because those two were both epic, and there was a lot of planning around both of those. There might have been a lot of alcohol with both of us celebrating.
Yes, there was.
So yes, we will definitely make that an episode. I love that.
Yeah. So, but you are the queen of the hotels. So where did we stay for Mobile?
We stayed at some really fancy hotel, and I'm like not remembering the name of it. Oh, it was the Battle House Renaissance Mobile Hotel and Spa, and it was right downtown.
Yeah, it was perfect.
And it was a Marriott, right?
It was a Marriott.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But it was an old hotel.
Yeah. When I was trying to figure out where we stayed, I just pulled up Google and hit Marriott. And then I was like,
that was it.
It was that. But it was also the fact that they did something really nice for us.
They gave us a bottle of wine.
They did. I don't even know why they gave us a bottle of wine, just to be nice.
Because I'm Laura Lee and I'm special.
She's got status, baby. She's got status.
Oh, shit. That could only be the case.
Here I was thinking, I read the note about, we thought that this would be nice. I'm like, they knew we were delayed.
Yeah. No, it was. It was.
Was it?
No, actually, I think what happened was that the bottle of wine, if you recall, was meant for someone else.
Oh, that's right. And we were called that.
And I called down to the desk and said, I think because the note was, it was obvious it was for somebody else.
Yeah, that's right.
And I called down to the front desk and I said, I think that a bottle of wine was left in our room in error.
Yeah.
And then they ended up giving us a bottle of wine. Or maybe told us to keep that bottle of wine and they'll go and bring
No, I think they brought another one.
Did they bring another one?
Because there was a lovely note that they sent us.
Yeah, kind of thanking us for picking up on their mistake or something like that.
Yes.
So that's actually, it wasn't because I was special. It was maybe because I was nice and, was conscious of somebody else missing their bottle of wine, maybe in a romantic evening or something. And then,
Yes.
we didn't want to be a want on them.
God, I hope it wasn't the senior prom people.
Yeah, there was a prom that was going on at the hotel, so that was great people watching as well.
Yes, it was. The hotel was really cool. So Laura and I think both have an appreciation for older properties.
Yes.
And it was in an old historic property. I don't remember. It was like 1903 or something like
something
that.
like that, yeah.
It was built. And it was just fantastic. It was gorgeous.
It just oozed early 1900s and very Victorian features and a lot of woodwork. Very classy way.
But in a clean way, too. Like, it didn't feel like run down, grungy old. It felt it
felt classy.
Just beautiful.
Yes.
It's gorgeous.
Yes, and the kids that were there for their prom, I don't know, it just helped to kind of create even a further atmosphere of making it feel kind of fancy because all these kids were they were dressed to the nines.
Yeah, they were.
They had long dresses and tuxedos.
These
kids looked absolutely fabulous.
The ballroom looked beautiful, just like from peeking in.
Yeah, we did kind of peek a little bit.
Yeah.
We were like kind of sneaking around. We were like, oh, wow.
That's what we do. We nosy our way into places.
Yeah, so because we came in hot to Mobile, we had to get our dinner. I mean, at the end of the night, I remember laying down and going, holy shit, like I got 7 hours before like we have to run this marathon, not just like sleep, but like get up, get changed and go run.
Yeah.
So we did not have a very big sleep window for that particular race.
Not at all.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Because when we woke up, it was great running weather.
It was like a low was around 53.
Yes.
And we were sporting some fabulous attire.
Yes, so let's talk about that because you mentioned we were going to talk about our uteruses.
Yes.
during this call. So at the time, the laws were starting to change the tide a little bit because of Roe v. Wade had gotten overturned.
Yes.
And it enabled states to make their own decisions in terms of how they wanted to approach abortions. And so the state of Alabama was one of the first states to make abortions illegal.
Yes, they made on, I'm going to be a nerd, May 15th of 2019. So the 6 months? Am I doing my math right?
Yeah,
no,
about that.
8 months.
Yeah.
8 months after the governor signed into law that it was a felony for a doctor to commit an abortion on a woman where it was not in a life-threatening situation.
Yes.
So it was very fresh, and it was the first state to fall. And I'll make the disclaimer now, we will not slip into politics very often, but I am going to take a moment just to say how I feel about it, and I don't care what people think, because I believe that we are the United States of America. We are built on religious freedom and freedom in general. And I understand that there are very conservative groups that adamantly oppose abortion. And I feel like they're entitled. They can be against abortion. No problem with the way they feel. But as our shirt said, I would prefer keep their politics
out of my uterus.
Yeah.
We wore those shirts. That's our shirts.
Yeah, our
shirts. Keep your politics out of my uterus.
So I believe that maybe I can agree that our public taxpayer money funds shouldn't go to pay or subsidize abortions. I could maybe go with that. But to make them outright illegal and make them inaccessible for women is criminal. Period.
I totally agree.
It is stripping us of our freedoms, and it's disgusting. And I wanted to make sure that everybody knew how I felt about that while I was running in Alabama.
And
sorry.
No, sorry.
Not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. And I really don't have anything to add other than ditto.
Yeah.
100% ditto. And so we both made a very conscious decision that we wanted to kind of make a statement as
my husband begged me not to. Please don't do that.
Mine
Lorri.
really didn't have an opinion. He was just like, dude, like you're gonna do what you're gonna do. I mean, look. So we ended up wearing these shirts. They were kind of like I would say like a flesh peach color.
Yeah, very fleshy.
With big black lettering that says "Keep your uterus out of my politics."
No,
or
opposite.
keep your politics. Keep your uterus out of my politics. Damn it! Keep your politics out of my uterus. Woo! Okay. And we wore those shirts loud and proud. And
yep.
I never forget just even being at the start line. And, at some point in time when we took our long sleeve shirts off and people started seeing and noticing our shirts. At some point in time, we realized that most of the water stops along the race route were volunteers from churches.
We got kind of a very lukewarm reception, if any reception from
I thought they were going to go and take the water away from us at some point in time. We did at some point in time interact with I think it was a college women's basketball team.
Yeah.
And they were volunteers at one of the stops, and they took their pictures with us.
Yeah.
And they absolutely loved it. And I think, seeing two women in their, what were we weren't 50 yet.
No.
So in their late 40s, because we were in our late 40s.
Late 40s, yes.
At the time. And it just you pave the way for the younger generation. Mm-hmm. And, you and I both felt like it was important to just kind of express how we felt without being, obnoxious about it.
Yeah, I don't think wearing a shirt is obnoxious.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. There were a lot of people that just were not happy with us.
No, but my favorite was
the lady and her husband.
Yeah, it was towards the end of the race, and we were running down a street, and I can see a woman, and she was probably in her late 50s, early 60s, if I was guessing.
Yeah, I would say early 60s. Yeah.
Yeah, we're running, and I could see her reading my shirt, and she smiled real big at me, and then her husband was also reading our shirts. And she just turns to her husband and says, "Don't you say a word." And she was like, "I love your shirts, ladies." And I was like, "Damn right. Don't you say a word." Anyway, I love that lady. Whoever she was, she made my day.
I did love that lady. Now, this was not a big race either.
God, no. I think at the time we had a little over 200 people.
Yeah.
And this year, it was even smaller.
Yeah. It's like in half. It's like 104 finishers this year.
Yeah. But I think they shot themselves in the foot.
Oh, yeah. Because of the course you said changed.
The course changed. We had a straight 26.2 mile course.
Like one loop.
One big thing.
Yeah.
They have since chopped off part of the loop and made it just a 2-loop half marathon. So the fundamental big race of Alabama is actually the BMW marathon. The whole reason why I did not want to do that, even though their medal is super cool because you get the Mercedes-Benz emblem on it, it was a 2-loop of the half marathon. I'm like, I don't want to do a 2-loop
And we
course.
both went and agreed on that.
Yeah.
Like just big, look kids, Big Ben Parliament, going around something twice. It was like, no.
Plus you got to go by like the start and finish, the finish line twice.
Thank you.
It's a mental fuck. I'm sorry.
And now Mobile is that way as well.
Mobile. This was the first year that they changed that. Now they say they changed it because they felt like it kept everybody closer to the downtown in the historic district. I mean, we were going by like a lot of golf clubs and country clubs and stuff out there. So I don't know if maybe folks complained and so they brought it in. They were touting that it was for safety's sake. Maybe. I don't know. But it's a shame because the reason why I also wanted this marathon, or I thought it was a good idea, is because it's one of the rare ones where you a nonprofit actually gets a part of the proceeds.
Yes.
And interacts, is an integral part of the whole marathon experience. It is the First Light community of Mobile, is a nonprofit that provides activities and homes for people with intellectual disabilities.
Yes.
And they get a big percentage of that, which I think is fabulous. They tend to have some of the members at the end of the race.
They did. I remember having people, kind of cheering on the finishers, at the end, which was really great to, not only it's the name of the marathon at the time, but to go and actually have that connection then with, part of the community was super special.
Yeah. And it's really cool because they also handcraft your finishers medallions. So we have them. We're going to talk about the medal just a little bit early as opposed to later. Do that, yeah. It's a wooden medallion that has just a sticker on the front. It's a hand-tied ribbon. And there's like some paint on the back and a little sticker on the back that also explains the fact that this is a handmade medallion. And I really feel like that's just a nice touch to the whole process. It's a small town race, which is charming and just, I don't know, good cause, cool, unique medal. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, no, it just, I don't know, it kind of tied it all together.
Yeah.
I agree. And yeah, it just made the people that were part of the First Light community just really fully be part of the entire experience.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I absolutely love that. And I think were there people who were also handing out some of the medals at the end as well?
Yes, they were there.
Yes, I recall that as well. So yeah, so hopefully, they have, some type of way to maybe regain, some of the interest in the race, because I know between you and I, we do not like the double loops, and that might be why they are now seeing a decline in the number of people who are participating.
I would think so. I mean, it definitely makes me hesitate to think about wanting to go back to run it, you know?
Yeah. That would be a hard no. We don't even need to get to that at the end of the episode.
There we go.
We usually ask each other, well, so would you run it again? Hard no.
No.
Hard no.
No. No. Another little interesting tidbit about Mobile, which kind of makes it an interesting draw. It does have kind of a little charming downtown area, but it was also this. It claims, I don't know how you prove it, but they can date back that their first Mardi Gras celebration dates back to 1703, which actually supposedly predates the one in New Orleans. So they consider themselves the founders of Mardi Gras celebrations in America.
And apparently they still have a decent Mardi Gras celebration.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes. And they had like a lot of, in the little touristy shops and stuff, like they had a lot of Mardi Gras
like a lot of voodoo doll things
Yes.
and so forth. So one of the things, and I might have mentioned it in previous episodes, but I will, every time we go somewhere, I always try to buy an ornament, a Christmas ornament, and that way I have a travel tree with all my ornaments. And in that place, I bought a little voodoo doll that it feels, I remember, I think at some point in time, my mom, was like looking at our Christmas tree one year and she's like, what the hell is that? And I'm like, well, that's from Mobile, Alabama. She's like, why is that on your Christmas tree? It's a voodoo doll. I'm like, yeah, well, that's what I got when I was down in Mobile.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So I would say that the race was nice. The course was kind of typical. There were some pretty neighborhoods with Victorian houses.
It was. I liked how we went and ran through a lot of the neighborhoods, because you and I like to look at houses and we critique and get ideas on things. But I do remember that they had one of those old band running chips to put on your sneakers.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the running chips.
Yeah.
They did, like nowadays when you get your bib, your timing chip is on the back of your bib. So like when you step over the timing mats, it's just
on your bib. Yeah.
They actually gave us the old time chips from back in the day before those existed that you put in your shoelaces.
And we were like, wait, what?
Like I didn't even know they made these anymore. That is crazy.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
And I also remember that it was very nice, and the course still goes by the National Cemetery of Mobile.
Yes.
And that was a really pretty. So like if you're interested in like the big oak trees with the Spanish moss dripping from
Live
it,
oaks,
like this would be your course, because there's a lot of that. Matter of fact, they have the Avenue of the Oaks, which was, I don't even know how long that strip was, but it was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. I love the live oaks.
Well, that's your time in Savannah.
Yeah, we lived in Savannah, Georgia for a couple of years, and it just brings me back to that southern charm, and I don't know.
Yeah. Ditto about Ocala, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so you took a note, and I don't remember doing this, that I poured Prosecco in my water bottle.
I have a picture of you pouring Prosecco in your water
bottle. What was I thinking?
I don't know. I was looking at
that, and I was like, dude, did I do that?
I was looking at the picture, and I was like, wow. So she's
I wonder how. So this was one of my water bottles that, like, when I pull it too tight, it like ejaculates on you. Like,
yeah, one of
that
those.
One?
Yep.
Holy cow! I can't even.
I'm showing her right now. Hold on.
Holy crap, man!
That is definitely you pouring Prosecco in your water bottle.
Oh, because I think oh shit, yeah. Oh, because we had like a big bottle. I didn't have a little bottle.
We had a big bottle. I thought because we had the big bottle, I'm like, oh, I must have drank that too. But then I looked.
There's a beer in there.
There's a beer in the cooler.
Oh no, I have a big bottle. You know what it probably was? I probably forgot.
You're jutting out your bottom lip and everything.
Man, I probably forgot. You know what it was? I forgot a cup. And I wasn't going to walk around through the streets of Mobile, Alabama with a mega huge bottle of Prosecco, because I was already wearing my uterus shirt. So I was like, well, they're gonna make comments about the Prosecco and the uterus shirt. So let's just focus on the uterus shirt. That's probably what that was. I probably forgot. Sure. Oh my God. I wonder if I drank it out of like the spout, or if I just
I'm sure you drank it out of the spout.
What the fuck, man? I probably drank a lot more than what I probably normally would, like, because those things they carry like 18 ounces of fluid. Yeah. And I'm probably sure I filled it up to the top. Oh shit. that? Oh, man. Yeah.
Good times.
Good times. Good times. All right. So we did a no-shower happy hour afterward.
We did.
Love doing those.
I think we went to Soku Southern Kitchen and something.
Yeah, it was an oyster bar.
Yeah. I think we sat at the bar. I don't remember eating there. I remember eating at Winsel's.
Yes.
Oyster. I remember eating
there.
Yeah,
that was good. That was good food.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think we did dinner that night. I think we grabbed drinks and maybe just like a small food at the Soku place. But then
unfortunately that place looks like it's closed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or it says temporarily closed. But I called and there was nothing, and I looked at the website, there was nothing. I looked at Facebook, they haven't posted since September of 2024, so I have no idea.
Oh wow.
I am hot flashing in this room so bad right now.
it's pretty warm in here right now. All right, so the Winsel's place was really great, and I like the atmosphere in there as well.
Yeah, and
it was very old. Not old, but it was quintessential, like a coastal water kind of
like fried fishy
oyster house kind of place.
And I guess it originally opened in 1938, so it's been around for a while.
Been around for and I'm glad that they went and survived COVID, because that's and that was within walking distance of our hotel. So if you are planning on running a race in Mobile, highly recommend staying downtown. It was nice. I mean, there wasn't a lot going on downtown in 2019, so I don't know if things have changed.
2020.
Oh, 2020. Sorry,
we
2020.
Switched years.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if that has changed, since then. But there wasn't a lot going on downtown.
No, there was enough to make it interesting.
Yes,
I think.
Yeah, I mean,
because we've been to places that had less.
Yes, and you will hear about those in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was, it was nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what a race in Alabama looks like now. I'd have to do some more research.
Yeah.
Maybe I did do research on that one already. I don't remember.
Oh, mercy. Okay, here we go. It's coming up every episode now. All right, so you have, like we mentioned, you still have the race shirt.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful royal blue. It's a quarter zip.
Nice.
Yeah, no, it
looks. Got the thumb holes.
I don't see you wear that at all, so it's nice to see you actually wearing that one, because again, the color looks fabulous on you. I do not have that shirt. I definitely know I do not have that. I think it was too long on me, and at the time,
it's definitely long.
It's super long. I think it was more like a men's size. It was a unisex size.
Yeah.
And I remember, because of how it says Mobile Marathon, I couldn't get it.
No,
because it goes all the way down, so I couldn't get it tailored to because I do get some of my shirts shortened, because I have a short torso and no boobies, and so I get my shirt. Oh my God, say that fast a couple of times. Get my shorts shortened. My shirts shortened. Damn it. Yes, so I couldn't get that. We may
have partaken in a couple of beverages before we recorded tonight.
Just a couple. And I do not have my uterus shirt anymore.
I don't think I do. I think mine's in what my kids call my closet of requirement. I think it's somewhere deep in my show of a closet.
You want to know where mine is?
Oh, boy. Goodwill?
Goodwill.
Oh, boy.
When Maddie heard about that, she's like, "Well, where's your uterus shirt?" And I'm like, "I gave it to Goodwill." And she's like, "Mom, really?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I didn't know what else to do with it." I was like, I felt like I made my statement and I wasn't gonna have to wear it again. But who knew that we were gonna do this podcast, and it probably would have been more appropriate to wear it tonight.
Nah, well, I couldn't find mine either, so it's all good.
But that's okay. We have pictures to prove that we wore them. So.
And it was our 30th marathon.
It was our 30th marathon at the time,
which is pretty
cool.
Was
a big deal. When you start hitting like the 30s, you're like, wow, like we're like in this. So like we're kind of getting over that halfway point, and we're getting towards the back end of this thing.
Yeah, it was really cool. I think we took a picture underneath the speed limit sign for 30 miles per hour.
We did.
Just to commemorate our 30th marathon.
We did. All right, so I think, just asking you again, like, we probably wouldn't run this one again.
Maybe if it was the last marathon in Alabama, I could choose.
I wouldn't run this one again. Yeah, don't put this on the list.
I don't think I did. No, I think they lost me with the double loop.
Yeah.
I might have said yes. Maybe.
We've done a double loop marathon once, and it was.
And it's coming up in our discussion.
Yeah, it was a terrible experience. We made it fun, but it was not fun.
No,
the actual course.
No, I did not enjoy it at all.
Yeah.
So I still want to stay away from double loop courses.
I totally want to stay away from them as well. So deal.
Yep.
Okay.
I agree with that.
All right. Well, that is everything that we wanted to recap around the Mobile, Alabama Marathon. Next week, I'm super excited about this race.
I am too.
Because we're just going to use the word debauchery.
Absolute debauchery.
Absolute debauchery. Now, we just talked about how Mobile proclaims to have had the first Mardi Gras. And now we're going to talk next week about where they have the big Mardi Gras, which is in New Orleans. And we ran this race. It's just debauchery. That's it.
I already know what our epic drink cocktail or mile 20 cocktail will be.
Oh, is that going to be hurricanes?
Oh, yeah. We have to have a hurricane.
Yes.
Da-na-na.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I haven't had a hurricane.
You like a hurricane.
Yeah, so there's going to be some fun stories about that. So, y'all, if you want to have some really, really fun laughs with us next week, join us, and we will.
And Maddie.
Yes, and our daughter, our daughter Maddie. My daughter Maddie is going to join us next week, and this was her first marathon, unfortunately for her.
And do we try and get Too Soon Tina? I wonder if we could get Too Soon Tina.
We'll see if we can get Too Soon Tina. Our friend Tina also ran the race with us as well, so maybe we'll give her a holler and see if she can join us. But we greatly appreciate you joining us to listen to us talk about the Mobile Marathon. And, again, join us on our social media and especially on YouTube because we're video these episodes every week. Now, go make mile 20 your bitch.
Peace out.